Hi guys, it is 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Hope you guys had a great Easter if you celebrate, or a great last day of Passover if you celebrate. With that being said, let's get into it. Your complimentary selection, 13, 14, 15 seconds into this video, is the same one in yesterday's video, plus 1.5, plus 15 cents. Plus 1.5, plus 15 cents. Now, I want to talk about what you would have done today if you were a Underdog member. And how can you become an Underdog member? Head over to PickDawgz.com, click the Dime Club link, purchase a week or purchase a month. Now, with that being said, I went 3-0 today, picking up 4.34 units, meaning I risked $3,000 today, and I won $43.40. Now, I could have won more, so I'm going to explain since you already got the free selection. I had Kansas City plus 185, winning outright 4-3. A dime paid $18.50. I had the White Sox plus 1.5 plus 21 cents. A dime paid $12.10. I had the Miami Marlins plus 1.5 plus 128. A dime paid $12.80. I could have had the White Sox plus 22.50, $2.25, and I could have had the Miami Marlins plus 250 or 2,500. So instead of winning 1210 and 1280 on both of those plus 1.5s, I could have won 2,500 and 2250, taking my P&L way higher. So people will say, well, why would you give up that money? And why did I play Kansas City on the money line and not the run line? Back to what I said yesterday, back to the masterclass. Kansas City was plus 1.5 minus money. Therefore, you must take the money line if you have a reason to play them. When given the option to play plus 1.5 or the money line, it always is determined by, is it plus money? I got plus 21 cents and plus 28 cents respectively on the White Sox and the Marlins. Am I crying afterwards and saying, man, if I would? No, because if I always have the option of plus money, meaning winning the game outright, or losing the game by 1 plus money, I'm always going to take losing the game by 1 plus money. Hope that makes sense. It's not about the plus 1.5, it's about the money. This is what people don't understand. When somebody made a statement, but if you faded the Rockies and the White Sox the other day this week, you only lost once on minus 1.5. If you're laying minus 1.5 minus money, what you're doing is you're taking a big favorite and you're reducing the odds, but you're still making them a favorite. You can't overcome the VIG. Do you know what the plus 1.5 line is right now on home team dogs? 66-44 this season. 66-44, but you might not be up that much, even though they're 60% correct, because what you're looking for is the plus 1.5's plus money, not the plus 1.5's minus money. So you could have wagered on every home team dog that you were getting plus 1.5 with the home team. But if you have to play plus 1.5 minus money, you're eating into your profits. But if you just limit it to plus 1.5 plus money, it doesn't matter whether they're on the road or whether they're at home. Let's look at both games today. The White Sox and the Marlins were on the road. They both happened to win outright. You could make a case that I forego a lot of profit by taking the plus 1.5, but too many times that dog will go into the ninth inning up 1 and blow it. And then they lose by 1, and I still win my wager. So when it happens on a day like today, yes, it's easy to be short-term and make that claim. Long-term, you're going to make much more money when you can get plus 1.5, plus 120. Don't even cry over it. Don't look at spilled milk. Now, sometimes I'll split the play. I'll go half money line, half run line, if our sources have a good inkling that this team should win outright. But if you're looking from a value play point of view, you're just auto betting that plus 1.5 plus money. So once again, if you want to pick up the Dime Club, head over to PickDawgz.com, Purchase the Dime Club by clicking the Dime Club link. If you want to find out about all of my baseball, all of my hockey, all of my soccer, all of my golf, all of my international syndicates, or Big Al's All Access, send me a text message if you have a sizable bankroll that you're working with and you're looking to treat your wagering as a business, not a hobby. Once again, hope that explains today. Good day and good luck. And by the way, for all you guys that love laying the big prices in favorites, you only need a day like today for me to basically say, look at what you've done to yourselves. Can you imagine you woke up this morning, you laid $325 on the Phillies, loser. You laid $290 on the Red Sox, loser. You laid $125 on the Pirates, loser. You laid $205 on my Baltimore Orioles, loser, 24-2. You laid $230 on the Tigers, loser. Every $200 favorite lost today. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. You go 0-4 on chalk favorites, whether you parlay them, or whether you play them straight, or whether you run line them. Stay away from those heavy favorites. You will get killed. Once again, the White Sox is your complimentary selection. Good day, good luck.